Hi, this is Colette and welcome to my channel. This is part 2 of February's Astro Tarot for February 2018, and it's the star signs Libra to Pisces. And this has to be used on top of the weekly tarot card, or actually underneath it. This is each sign's month ahead, their key phrase, the thing to watch out for, the way to approach that month, the way to survive it maybe, and the weekly tarot cards go kind of up and down on top of that. So take what's said for your sign for the month and use it to help you with the ups and downs and fluctuations of the weeks in the general tarot cards that go up every week. So second part, we're starting with Libra, and this is February 2018, and the monthly card for Libra is the Three of Discs, or Three of Pentacles. It says work on it, and it doesn't mean that the month ahead will be all about work, although work may be a main focus, and that doesn't need to be a career as such. The work could be, you know, you're being a mum and you've got all the work of raising the family. It could be anything, but the main part of this card, particularly with the other astrological stuff going on for Libra, is that they could find things a burden. Look at that wee man. Well, he's not that wee, he's quite muscular, and he's got a huge rock on his back, and you know he's managing to carry it. But anything carried for too long can become a burden. You know, if you were to hold your hand out and have a glass of water, it probably wouldn't feel heavy, but if I asked you to hold it for half an hour, it would eventually become a burden. It would become very, very heavy, even though the weight hadn't changed. So Libra, February's got the potential to be like that for you, that things that you've dealt with and have been moving forward with, that if they're still there, they'll feel like more of a burden. So for the month of February for Libra, I'd like you to use the keywords, key phrase, ask for help. You know, that wee manny would eventually drop that big rock, or if he doesn't drop it, it'll flatten him. So the way around that is to, when burdens feel they're getting too heavy for Libra in February, I would ask you please to ask for help. Share your burden, talk through it, but ask for help and share your burdens, and February will be an awful lot easier for Libra. If we move now to Scorpio, see what Scorpio's got for February 2018, and the card is the Seven of Wands, one of my favourite cards. It's got a big chasm in it and a wee man jumping over. Now, if you look at it, he's almost halfway, more than halfway across. There's no way he's going to fall. It says Valor on it, and for Scorpio, it asks you to have courage and go for your dreams, even if that means a big leap of faith. Scorpio sometimes thinks very, very deeply before they do things, sort of deep thought. The pros, the cons, the ins, the outs, and then sometimes they miss the opportunity. So this is a month ahead that there could be various opportunities in, but you'll need to take a leap of faith. You'll need to be able just to go for your dreams, even if it looks as though it is a leap of faith. And that's not easy when you're quite a contemplative sign. But for February, there should be quite good actual opportunities and new roads for Scorpio, for a few other signs too, but for Scorpio. So Scorpio, take a leap of faith in February. That should be your key phrase. And if we now look at Sagittarius. Sagittarius for February. And the card is the Moon, a major arcana card. Now, the Moon for Sagittarius is can be quite a difficult one, because the Moon can make us feel quite can make us feel tired, can make us feel as though we're very emotional and all over the place, and Sagittarius does not like that. They like to see that things can be seen, they can go for it and get the answers. But with the Moon card, February for Sagittarius might not be that clear. It could be a case they think they know about something, and then they get the answers to show that they maybe just didn't know about that at all. They might feel slightly depressed, slightly tired. And as I say, this is one that doesn't really merge very well with Sagittarius, simply because Sagittarius does really like to just shoot that arrow and go. But the Moon card can be used in a good way, Sagittarius. It can be used to tell you that it's time to sit back and look for what's in the shadows. And what I mean by that, if you've got an opportunity and it looks very, very good, that's excellent. But look to see what is in the shadows. Look to see what you might not be seeing. Have you made the opportunity almost better than it is? Have you looked at the ins and outs of it properly? Because when the Moon card's about, there can be a sense of deception and even self-deception. Yeah, I've known quite a few Sagittarians that were very spiritual people, but when they wanted to do something, they would say, Spirit's telling me I have to go there. Spirit's telling me I have to do this. And you know, I don't really think in certain situations that Spirit was telling them, but they'd seen an opportunity and they were determined to get it. So they sort of put it in a container that would be acceptable to them, that, you know, it wasn't risky or it wasn't doing this because they, you know, Spirit told them. So with Sagittarius, I don't think I'm saying this as good as I want to, but it's avoid self-deception in February. Look into the shadows, even if it's your own shadow self, and then make decisions based on the full picture, light and dark. Okay, so that's a kind of intriguing one. I'd love to hear back from Sagittarius that, you know, by the end of February know exactly what I've been talking about there. Feel free to comment. I try to get back to most, if not all, of the comments. Right, Capricorn. What have we got for February for Capricorn? We have a kind of Capricorn card, another earth sign. It's the Knight of Discs, one of my favourite cards actually. This favours and puts the spotlight on male Capricorns over the age of about 30. Excuse me. Could be a very, very good month ahead for male Capricorns, but for all Capricorns, it's time to see what you can do for others. Capricorn isn't necessarily a selfish sign, but they can get all caught up with things that they're doing, even the things they're doing for others. And they're not necessarily showing what they're doing. Now, I know that sounds odd, but Capricorn, when they are looking after other people, tend to do it in a way that you wouldn't know. They're not showy. And this month ahead, I do feel there'll be lots of opportunities to do things for other people, whether it's family, whether it's in your career, and you'll want to do them and you'll enjoy doing them. But with the Knight of Discs as your card, a knight will always stand up and say, that was my battle that I won. They'll not sit back and let someone else take the kudos or take the benefits of something that they have done. They will own what they've done. They will own the things they've won. And that's the aspect of this card that with the other astrology I'd like to pull out for Capricorn is please, please, please own your successes. Don't be a wallflower. And your key phrase is stand up and be counted. It's very much, a lot of Capricorns can be quite shy and they do prefer to go on with things in the background, but that aspect could be detrimental to progress in the month of February. So Capricorn, please own your successes, own up to the good things you did, and stand up and be counted. Now, if we look at Aquarius for the month of February, Aquarius. Oh, we have the Princess of Cups, quite a few court cards coming out. Princess of Cups is a lovely card. It normally represents the water signs, but it's out for Aquarius. The keywords on this card are self-confidence, and it's got a lightness of being about it. Now, Aquarius can sometimes be very deep thinkers. They sometimes look quite dour, and they sometimes look quite not with us. And a lot of the time it's because they're thinking very deeply on something, and that's great. We need that in Aquarius. But for the month ahead, Aquarius, you need a wee bit of freedom. You need literally to be doing things that are fun and enjoyable, and even bringing freedom to your body. You know, for Aquarians this month ahead, what would suit better for your progress and your health and your well-being wouldn't be to sit reading a book. It would be to go and bounce on a trampoline and laugh your head off. And you see the difference? They're both very good things to do. But for Aquarius, you've been thinking so deep. In February, I need you to just have fun and just go out there and jump about, do mad things, explore. You don't need to overthink things in February. Okay, Aquarius, you need to find a wee bit more confidence and go and do some things that are purely physical. And if you're not well and you can't do that, then, you know, maybe do things with family and friends that just bring laughter and fun, play a few games, stuff like that. So what am I going to make the keyword for that, or key phrase? Aquarius, lighten up. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but the key phrase for the whole of February is not to think so deeply, just lighten up and have fun. Now if we look at Pisces, last sign, the second part of the zodiac. Pisces, we have, the same card again. I am shuffling these and then cutting them, and the cards tend not to cut in the same place. So we do have a Piscean card out here. This Princess of Cups is very much a water sign card. And just like we've talked to, if you want to listen particularly to Aquarians, because you both get the same card for February, yes, it's time to have a wee bit more fun, and it's time to not overthink things. But with this card out for Pisces, I'd like to bring out the sense of self-confidence. Sometimes Pisceans don't really like their bodies that much, and they put themselves down a bit, and they're absolutely gorgeous people. So February is a time where you might be feeling, I don't like myself that much, or I haven't moved forward the way I wanted. God, I've put on weight and all these things. February isn't about being drastic with yourself. It's about having fun and lightening up, but it's also about finding more confidence, so that by the time March and even the sort of Piscean birthdays come round, you actually are more confident and able to enjoy them better. It's also a wee bit about flexibility. And with Pisces, sometimes it's a very stubborn sign, so maybe you need to be a wee bit more flexible, and maybe a wee bit more flexible in your body as well. So there we go. There's a couple of signs that have repeated cards. We've got the same card for Taurus and Gemini in the part 1, and we've got the same card for Aquarius and Pisces. But you'll see, because of the differences in the signs and what's going on, that we bring out slightly different aspects of the card to match up more with the individual sign. So I hope you've enjoyed that part 2 of the Astro Tarot for February 2018. And if you do, please give me a thumbs up and maybe leave a comment, because I'll see how this goes for a couple of months, and if people like it, I'll keep doing it, but if not, I'll just keep doing the weekly tarot card. At the moment, I'll be doing both. I do the weekly tarot card anyway, but the way is to use this is to let this be the baseline for your sign, and have the general cards, you know, and merge the two of them. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I'll see you for maybe March's monthly Astro Tarot. Many blessings now. Bye.